Hi, and thank you for joining the Worthy of Millions free masterclass. My name is Spencer Iverson, founder of the Worthy of Millions Masterclass series. Thank you for giving me a little bit of your time. We're going to talk about a little bit on today the things that I know that have been holding entrepreneurs, CEOs, and executives back for several years. As I may have mentioned in other posts and other messages, it's not your skill set. It's not the fact that you're not in the right business or in the right opportunity. It has everything to do with your mindset. I've seen people who have had a lot of success in a number of different aspects of their life, in a number of different aspects of their business, but it wasn't until they understood the concept of personal self-development that they were able to maximize their greatest potential. So I'm going to walk you through a PowerPoint that I put together that tells you a little bit more about me, a little bit more about the Masterclass series and how it has helped thousands and hundreds of thousands of people in my 25 plus year career as a successful entrepreneur. Let me share my screen. What I always like to start with is the definition of personal self-development. Personal self-development is a lifelong process that improves awareness and identity, develops talents and maximizes potential, enhances quality of life, and contributes to one's realization of your dreams and aspirations. The first thing that I always want people to understand is that personal self-development is a lifelong process. You will never graduate from personal self-development. Each of us should always try to become better, a better version of ourselves than we were the day before. It's one of the things that I love about personal self-development. I understand that Spencer Iverson is not perfect. I am incomplete. But every single day, I try to get just 1% better than I was the day before. That's what millionaires and billionaires do. That's what they practice. That's why they practice things like affirmations. That's why they have to-do lists. That's why they get up early in the morning and all the other little things that successful entrepreneurs have done to get to the other side. Now, who is Worthy of Millions for? Well, it's for entrepreneurs, probably just like yourself, business owners, dreamers, executives, ministers. If you're a minister, understand that, listen, I get it. I'm a preacher's kid. I understand the word, understand the doctrine, but you're also, in a practical sense, running a business. And there's a way to scale your business. There's a way to scale your congregation through personal self-development. One of the things that I've done is I have worked with companies both great and small, from startups and individuals who've just gotten started trying to figure out how to run a business to Fortune 500 companies and everything in between. I've been a partner in a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund. I share that with you in just a moment. I have learned so much over the years, and this is Worthy of Millions in the Masterclass is my way of giving back. I know that 92% of all businesses fail. A lot of it is because of financial resources, but a lot of it is because people have not really cultivated themselves from a personal self-development standpoint. They have not found a coach. They have not identified a minister. So this is just a few. So if you're one of these individuals that's on this screen, then congratulations, you are in the right place. I've created 6 custom modules, and they will continue to grow as I expand this series, but 6 custom modules to help you ultimately become worthy of millions. These are pre-recorded sessions that are almost an hour in length. Some are more than an hour, some are just slightly under an hour, that will walk you through the Worthy of Millions Masterclass. Now, I know many of you may not know who I am, so let me give you a little bit about my background. Well, first, guys, I was a sports attorney for more than 10 years. I represented players in the NFL, Major League Baseball, golf, and basketball. I have been the CEO of several different companies, big and small. Some have done extremely well here. I'm pictured with Kathy Ireland. She's almost a billionaire. She was the first supermodel cover girl for the Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover. This was me filming an episode of her show, Modern Living, out in Los Angeles, California. I was the second in charge of a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund, got a chance to meet some great people, do some tremendous deals. As a matter of fact, one of the modules talks about my experience running a hedge fund and operating within a hedge fund and how it can benefit you as well. Also, guys, I've been on stage in front of hundreds, thousands. I've done keynote addresses in front of as many 20,000 people at Rams Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri. I, again, started companies as a startup, really doing launches. We had one launch where we enrolled over 73,000 customers in our first 30 days. I have been working on the Worthy of Millions Masterclass brand for a number of years. And what's happened is I've actually had clients who come live to my office in Atlanta, Georgia, and I've been doing that for years. And Someone finally said, Mr. Iverson, have you ever thought about online coaching? Have you thought about really taking your skills and making it available to the masses? And that is where the masterclass was born. And so now I've taken my talents, not to South Beach, but online. And again, guys, thousands and thousands and thousands of lives have been impacted through my training on personal self-development, personal growth, and also intermixing with that business consultation as well. What else have I done? Well, guys, I've got an interesting background. I got my first patent back in 1998. I invented a toothpick that advertises for restaurants and businesses. Why do I share that with you? Well, I share that with you because you might have an idea that you feel you want to trademark or copyright or even have patented. I've been through that process before. I've been through the patent process before. I've done the research. I've done the marketing, product development. So I have that skill set to help you also. As I've grown as a business person, as an entrepreneur, I began to develop my own resources and intellectual properties. I have over 7 different CD recordings from a personal development standpoint, helping people build in home-based businesses. I've authored 2 books, now 3 books. I'll tell you more about the 3rd book in a moment. But I have the 3rd book that's out, and I've talked about personal development, growth, how to help entrepreneurs scale businesses, intimate stories and details about my life, because I was just like you. I was just like many of you. Most of the businesses that I started and tried to start 20 plus years ago, they did not work. They failed because I didn't have the expertise, the resources. More importantly, I didn't have a coach or a mentor. And again, just some other accolades I've been blessed to have received in my life. I was named as one of Atlanta's 100 most powerful and influential men. I've had projects that have grown internationally in a short amount of time, red carpet days, commercials for Porsche, interviews with my tailor, all kinds of great stuff that I'm very proud of. And why do we do this? This is not to talk about myself. I oftentimes feel very uncomfortable talking about myself. But it is, if I were you, I'd want to know that the coach that I'm looking to work with, the person I'm looking to listen to, have they had the kind of success that I want to have? And to the extent that they have not, then maybe I need to find another coach. Well, I did the same thing, and this is why I kind of go through my background, just to give you a little bit of a sample of what I've been blessed to have accomplished in my professional career. I like nice things as well. I had a really fast car that I like to take to a racetrack and drive really, really fast. And so that was a fun part. I like to travel. Guys, I love to travel the world. As a matter of fact, I'm doing this webinar live from Mexico, Puerto Vallarta, one of my favorite places in the world. Beautiful background, beautiful weather, but I love traveling. I've been blessed to live a lifestyle that most could only dream about, but I also want to help you live the lifestyle of your dreams as well. I'm an avid golfer, and on my bucket list last year, I wanted to play some of the world's greatest courses. So I had an opportunity to go over to Scotland, and this is me on the Swilcan Bridge at the old course in St. Andrews, 5 days after the great Tiger Woods had just walked across this bridge for the final time in the British Open. And so that was a life-changing experience. I'm an avid fisherman. I love to fish all over the world, and I was right here in Puerto Vallarta last November. I caught a 150-pound trophy sailfish. Ended my day with the 400-pound blue marlin. What an amazing experience. I manifested these things on my vision board, on my bucket list, and they came true last November after 5 attempts last year at trying to catch a sailfish. And so, guys, I give you that sample and give you some of that background to show you that I work hard, but I play hard as well. And in our masterclass, in our Worthy of Millions group, we're going to be talking about things that hopefully will allow you to understand that it's okay to relax sometimes. Your brain, your body, it needs a break. It can't always be work, 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 work. Sometimes you need that conscious interrupt that will allow you to refocus and recalibrate. That's oftentimes why I will take a weekend trip, or I will go out of the country for a couple of days just to refresh myself and let those creative juices flow. Once again, here are my greatest accomplishments. My son, Brandon, he graduated from Georgetown. He retired at the age of 23. He's been a financial wizard since he was 10 years old, wrote his first book when he was 11, started his first business when he was 9 with his partner, Jordan. They've been on the Steve Harvey Show, Bloomington, Huffington Post. I mean, just Fortune magazine, Forbes, all kinds of great stuff. So he's now one of the leading NFT experts literally in the world, living in Hollywood, California. And then my princess, my daughter, she's a college student at the University of Georgia, former all-world track athlete. And this is my why. This is the reason why I do what I do, because when you know better, you do better. I wasn't, again, my father is a preacher. And so I didn't really grow up with a whole bunch of financial education and, the benefit of how to utilize credit and stocks, bonds, and investing. But I know now what I'm able to do is take the things that I've learned, the things that I've practiced, the things that I've witnessed, and pass them on to my children so their path can be just a little bit easier than mine was. I believe you want the same thing for your children as well. Now, look, before Worthy of Millions, before you came to this website, before you found out who Spencer Iverson was, you may feel overwhelmed. You may feel lost without direction as to what to do next in order to grow your business. Maybe you're tired of not making the kind of money that you want to and you need to in your business, or maybe you're just ready to give up. You're just ready to give up because everything you've tried hasn't worked up until this point. Again, where does this come from? It comes from my own feelings. It comes from the way I felt when I was probably where many of you are. I was just lost until I found someone who could help me, until I found myself the coach that I absolutely positively needed to guide the direction of my business. Now, after Worthy of Millions, here's what's going to happen. You are going to get filled with clarity and direction. Guys, I am a marketing wizard. As we talk, as I'm able to have these live group sessions with you, and as I talk with you one-on-one, I will be able to give you content. I will be able to give you ideas and resources that will absolutely positively help you in your business development and in your personal growth and development. After Worthy of Millions in our masterclass, you're going to feel massively confident that you can do this and you can make real money in your business. You're going to walk away with new goals and a true action plan as to what you need to do next. And then finally, I'm going to equip you with a new mindset to start taking back control of your impact and living the life you know you were destined to live. Listen, when you master this, when you master personal self-development, again, you'll never graduate from it, but when you can master it, unlimited potential awaits you. This is why I'm excited about you even listening to this free webinar, because I know you have unlimited potential. You know you have unlimited potential. The challenge is, Mr. Iverson, how do I tap into it? That is what we're going to work on through the Worthy of Millions Masterclass. Now, it starts with developing the right habits. You must develop the right habits. I've studied the habits before I made seven figures myself. I began to study the habits and tendencies of those who had. The New York Post wrote this recently. It says, between eating out and paying for cable and streaming services, receiving subscription boxes, and other superfluous spending, the average American spends almost $1,500 per month on non-essential items. Guys, that comes to almost $18,000 a year. We waste so much money that we claim that we absolutely have a need for. We have to become better at determining between needs and wants. Now, here are some people that I have followed, that I have studied. I've read many of their books and some of the habits that they have. Jack Ma, as you all know, they're just a Chinese business magnate. He's a multi-billionaire. He gets up at 6 a.m. in the morning. Ray Diallo, a major multi-billion-dollar hedge fund manager, gets up at 6 a.m. in the morning, worth over $18 billion. Oprah Winfrey gets up at 6 a.m. She wants to do her visualization early in the morning. Elon Musk, obviously a billionaire, gets up at 7 because he has a routine that he goes through early in the morning. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, wakes up at 5 a.m., starts his day off every day with breakfast with his family. Bill Gates gets up at 7 a.m. to do some meditation as well as to do some fitness. Mark Zuckerberg gets up at 8 a.m., wears the same shirt to work. He's not into Gucci and Prada and Louis Vuitton. I know folks who are into those styles and fashions and all those expensive things and can't afford rent. Mark Zuckerberg could buy these companies, but he wears the same color t-shirt every day. Same brand of blue jeans every day. He's very confident in who he is. Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter, gets up at 5:30 a.m. to meditate and do some fitness. The question here's the thing, guys. Jay-Z, same thing, guys. He gets his day started off at 6 a.m. with some fitness. What are your habits? See, success leaves clues. People who become millionaires and billionaires, they don't hide their success. They don't hide how they became successful. These are the types of things that we talk about so that, again, you don't get mad at your coach. You don't get mad at your mentor. That's why I love presenting data. You can look at the day and say, oh my gosh, I work for myself, but I get up at 9, 10 o'clock every day. Well, then you have not distinguished yourself as someone who right now is worthy of millions. You're not ready for the next great opportunity to come your way. Why? Because you're not practicing the right habits. And these are just a few of many examples that we'll discuss. Success starts in the mind, guys. You want to break those invisible barriers. I oftentimes would go to the circus with my family, and we would see the elephants, these big, multi-ton animals, and they were being restrained by this little rope. And I was wondering how in the world is this elephant being restrained by this little rope? Well, I talked to one of the trainers and they said, listen, as a small baby elephant, we have a rope that's really strong. We tie it to a post, and when that baby elephant tries to move, it can't break free. And we do that for the rest of its life. So now, as a gargantuan animal, one of the biggest mammals on the planet, we tie a loose rope around that ankle, and mentally, the elephant feels that it can't break free, even though physically it can. If it just made one attempt, it would break free easily. But because in its mind, as a child, as a small elephant, it never could break free, it has developed the mindset that it cannot be done. That's what happens with many of us. We have developed a failure mindset, and we have to learn. I'm going to help you break down some of those barriers so you can break free and know that, wow, you know what? I can loose myself from the restraints that have been holding me back from maximizing my potential of my life and my business. What are some of those barriers that we're going to break down and have breakthroughs on? A lack of experience, lack of guidance, lack of exposure, pessimism, uncertainty, inconsistency, and a fear of failure. These are just a few, guys, and there are three types of freedom that you want. Not only do you want financial freedom, everybody wants financial freedom. They want more money. I also want to make sure that through your financial freedom, what else can you gain? Time freedom. It was the main reason why I wanted to be an entrepreneur. It was not always about the money for me. It was about me being in control of my time. And by the fact that I was able to be in control of my time, I was able to have more experiences. I was able to have freedom to have more experiences with my life. I was able to be a professional dad, to enjoy. I didn't miss games. I didn't miss practices. I was at every track practice. I was at every basketball practice. Of course, I was at the games. You know why? Because entrepreneurship, finding a coach, finding a mentor gave me time freedom, which gave me more time to have great experiences throughout my life. Now, I'm going to actually take you to the Worthy of Millions Masterclass school page where you can see for yourself. You'll be able to see for yourself when you enroll, you'll actually get a chance to go and visit the modules in the school page. So once you enroll, you'll get access to the school page, SKOOL. You get access to the school page. And there you'll find the classroom where we have 6 different modules in the classroom. The first one is goal setting like a millionaire, right? I'm going to give you the millionaire mindset. How do high net worth individuals, how do they set goals? How do they reach their maximum potential? What do they do with their vision boards? I'm going to walk you through that module. The 7 momentum killers for your life and your business. Guys, this is a powerful, powerful training, 50 plus minutes long. It's going to walk you through 7 things that I have seen hold people back from maximizing their potential and getting to the other side of their lives. Guys, if you're married, I encourage you to watch this with your spouse or your significant other, as I do with all of the modules. Here's the next one, hedge fund secrets. Oh my gosh. Being the second guy in charge of a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund was so eye-opening because I was in front of billionaires, multi-millionaires, and it gave me an opportunity to see why many people who are trying to get funding for their business through investors, venture capitalists, angel investors are denied. Why? Because I had $50 million and $100 million proposals. You know what I do in this session? I show you some of those documents so you can look at your flyers. You can look at your brochures. You can look at your marketing material and see where you're deficient. Gosh, and I give you so many other great tips. And that, guys, 57 minutes of content for hedge fund secrets. Now, building through the storms. I had to really take my time and do this one because it was an emotional training for me. I had to revisit some of the darkest moments of my professional and personal life to deliver this content to you. So I'm not only going to discuss some of the storms that we go through, but more importantly, I'm going to give you some steps. I'm going to give you some tactics and some strategies on how to break free, how to go on through and survive the storm that you're in. Building a remarkable brand. How do you build an unforgettable personal brand? the things that you wear, the things that you say, the people that you associate with, the way you hold yourself out on social media, all has to do with building a remarkable brand. The first thing you learn in marketing is how to market yourself. That is what the greats have done. Oprah Winfrey, before she became a media mogul, she became very good at marketing and branding herself. There's a reason why you maybe haven't attracted high net worth clients yet. There's a reason why maybe you haven't attracted the right clients to your businesses or your services yet. We're going to talk about that in this particular module. And then finally, increasing your influence to increase your bank account. Guys, once you understand John Maxwell's law, his hierarchy of influence, your mind is going to get blown by, wow, he has a book called The 360-Degree Leader that teaches you how to be a leader from anywhere in the organization. I'm going to walk you through some of those concepts, because the moment you begin to understand how to increase your influence and become more influential, that is when your value to the marketplace absolutely grows, right? So, guys, I'm really thrilled, about the masterclass. I'm really thrilled about the content that we're able to help individuals see and benefit from. Guys, listen, in my career as an entrepreneur, as a consultant, my retainer is over $15,000. I tell people price is concerned only in the absence of value. These were just a couple of projects towards the end of last year. One retainer was $15,000. Another one was more than $18,000. Guys, my retainer goes up to $50,000, right? 50. It starts at 15. Why do I tell you that? Obviously, the Worthy of Millions Masterclass is not $15,000. I'm giving you that to let you know that there is a value that has been placed, a premium that has been placed on my expertise in the marketplace in consulting. But guys, I really want to work with you, the small business professional, the home business professional, that executive who's trying to maybe move more quickly through the organization, or maybe you're the entrepreneur who's just getting started, or maybe you're a seasoned entrepreneur and you want to talk with another seasoned entrepreneur, because iron sharpens iron. I've got some great testimonials, guys, from around the world. The Worthy of Millions Masterclass is now international. We have students and clients from all over the world who've already participated in the masterclass. This is a great project I did with Rhonda, a CEO out of Atlanta. I just highlighted a few things, but one thing she said was each person came back completely in awe of the impact that I had made for them. I not only did a training for her, but I did a training for her entire staff of executives as well. Herbert, CEO out of Dallas, Texas, had worked with a number of different consultants before. Someone referred me to him. His comment was, when it comes to marketing, personal development, and business coaching, Spencer could go toe to toe with any of them, referring to some of the other marketing professionals and consultants he's used in the past. And then the last one I have for you is Tanya out of Birmingham, Alabama. She runs a very successful foundation. Talking with Mr. Iverson gives me the motivation and encouragement and the belief that I can reach any goal that I set for myself. This is just, guys, a few of the many testimonials that we have from individuals just like you who had a desire to want to do more, a desire to say, listen, I need a coach. Michael Jordan needed a coach. Tiger Woods needed a coach. Serena Williams needed a coach. Even the great, I needed a coach. I didn't know a lot about online coaching, so I paid for classes so that someone could guide me and navigate me through this whole world of online coaching. So if it's good enough for us, surely it's good enough for you as well. Do you know that the average millionaire spends 10% of their income each year on personal self-development? I got a friend named Tanner. He sent me an email and he said, Spencer, I've spent over $2.1 million on personal self-development. And he's worth multiples of millions, guys. Guys, listen, I'm trying to give you all the clues, right, as to why and how other people have become worthy of millions. So if we can understand the necessity to invest in ourselves, again, you should do the same thing. How do you become worthy of millions? Now, I'm doing something special. Just because you joined and watched this free Worthy of Millions Masterclass, I'm going to do something special for those of you who do that. When you go to checkout, when you go to the website and you go to IamWorthyOfMillions.com, I'm going to do this live for you right here. You go to IamWorthyOfMillions.com and go to IamWorthyOfMillions.com/webinar. I want you to click on VIP bundle. Click on VIP bundle. I'm going to do this live so you can see everything that comes with it, right? Go to VIP bundle. The normal full complement of videos, the live group coaching, the mastermind group, the Worthy of Millions Masterclass page, where we built an online Facebook community of entrepreneurs and professionals who share ideas, goals, and dreams. You get all of that, guys. It's $34.99. $34.99. But here's what I'm doing for you. Here's the magic trick, right? I want you to go in. I want you to put in this promo code, right? All of my promo codes are affirmations, right? This promo code is "It's My Time." If you believe it's your time, I want you to put a 7 in the chat box, right? It's my time. You put "It's My Time" in the promo code, you hit enter, and here's what's going to happen, guys. It's going to discount it over $2,500, where you can get access to my personal coaching. You'll get access to all the modules. You'll get access to the community, guys, for $997. And what's even better, when you go to checkout, maybe you want to break it up into monthly payments for 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, up to 12 months. Just click on the Affirm or the Klarna option. They will allow you to break the payment up into monthly installments, guys. I'm not trying to gouge you. I want you to get the benefit from my expertise, from my talent, what I'm good at, and become a part of the community. So here's what I want you to do, guys. I know that you have the capacity to become worthy of millions. I know that you have the capacity to do better than you're doing right now. I know that you have way more potential right now than you've demonstrated or have had the opportunity to display in the past. So what are you going to do differently? I've seen so many people talk about it. I've seen so many people dream about it. I've seen so many people wish without making any changes, right? It's the very definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, yet expecting a different result. When you do that, guys, what happens is you drive yourself crazy. Why? Because you're not making any progress. Don't do that. Ask yourself this question. This year, what changes am I going to make? Because what I've been doing up until this point has not worked. So the question now is, what are you going to do differently? Michael Jordan needed a coach. Serena Williams needed a coach. Tiger Woods needed a coach. All of the greats, Tom Brady needed a coach. You need a coach as well. Let's work together. I have been blessed to have a lot of experience. I know that I've got something in the suite of services in the Worthy of Millions Masterclass that can help you as well, as we all try to become each and every day worthy of millions. I look forward to working with you. Thank you for joining.